More voter suppression as the Green Party is kicked off the ballot in Pennsylvania. Again, earlier this week, they were kicked off the ballot in Wisconsin, and Howie Hawkins rightly called out the partisan hacks on the courts there that ruled to kick them off there. And just look at the headline, and I think this is very unwarranted that this decision kicking the Green Party off the off the ballot in Pennsylvania is going to help Biden. Voter suppression, in my opinion, is not going to be a big driver of increased voter turnout. If anything, I think it'll frankly keep people at home and just not vote because they're so fucking fed up and they see that Democrats aren't giving me anything, Republicans aren't giving me anything. They're both two sides of the same corporate duopoly that's not looking out for the working class interests of this country and haven't for quite some time, unfortunately. So in a sweeping victory, of course, this is how CNN is framing it. In a sweeping victory for Democrats, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court issued 3 significant rulings Thursday, extending the deadline for absentee ballots. That's good, obviously. We're in a pandemic. Allowed more ballot drop boxes, and removed the Green Party candidates from the presidential ballot, which they should have said is a form of voter suppression and will actually not help Joe Biden because politicians actually have to come to the voters, adopt policy positions that they support that will materially improve their lives, like Medicare for all, like canceling student loan debt, like emergency UBI because we're in a financial crisis, the likes of which we have not seen since the Great Depression, a Green New Deal because our world is literally burning and climate change is an existential threat. But no, fuck all that. We're just going to keep, the Green Party off the ballot because we can't compete with them because they actually offer working class people a platform that would materially greatly improve the conditions of their life. But we're the Democrats and fuck off. We just expect your vote, so we're going to keep on suppressing you. Fuck off. The rulings come following court challenges from the state Democratic Party. Look. Oh, man. And they have the Green Party off the ballot due to its potential to take votes from the Democratic presidential candidate, Joe Biden. Again, the right out in the open admitting it. It's a form of voter suppression. They don't want the Greens on the ballot because they think, well, the Greens, they offer Medicare for all, free college, canceling student loan debt, an ambitious Green New Deal, all these things, and we're not offering that because we're bought and paid for by these same corporate interests to make sure that we're never going to advocate for those things. And we don't actually want a party that stands up for the working people. We just want to pay lip service to the idea because the Democrats, well, we're supposed to be for the working people, but we're not really. And we can't let the Green Party get on the ballot there to point that out. So it's just a form of voter suppression, and it's disgusting. The absentee ballot thing is good, obviously. People need to be able to vote by mail. We're in a pandemic right now. The Trump campaign and Pennsylvania Republicans had sought to place a hard ban on ballots arriving after Election Day. They're also wanting to recruit poll watchers from neighboring counties, which is, again, a form of voter suppression. There's voter suppression happening on both sides. Would you look at that? Again, because it's two sides of the same corporate duopoly. Let's see. Look at this. In the birthplace of American democracy, we're not going to have him, the president, turn it into the birthplace of Donald Trump's voter suppression. And that was Sharif Street, Democratic state senator. Oh, but you notice you don't have him saying anything about The voter suppression that's happening by the Greens getting kicked off the ballot, right? Nothing. Crickets, because they don't give a shit. They're all in favor of that because they think it's going to help Joe Biden, and frankly, I think that's a horrible political calculation on their part. In a 5-2 decision, these top Pennsylvania State Court ruled the Green Party candidate Howie Hawkins hadn't followed proper procedures when submitting his nomination forms to get on the ballot. You notice how this is happening in so-called swing states? First Wisconsin, now Pennsylvania. What is it going to be next? I don't know. What do they say? Minnesota? Maybe Florida, Arizona, who knows? I mean, so they're saying the Green Party failed to comply with the election code's strict mandate for how nomination paperwork must be handled. Its attempts to fix the problem did not suffice to cure that error, the justice said in a 28-page majority opinion. As a result, that defect was fatal to Hawkins' request. And then here's their campaign manager, the Hawkins campaign manager, Andrea Merida Cuellar. Democrats are playing legal shenanigans just to knock legitimate competition off the ballot. I think they should be afraid of having Greens on the ballot because their party is not offering anything that the working class of the country is actually asking for. We are exactly, that's it encapsulated very well. The Democrats are afraid of actual competition because they see rightfully, as the campaign manager there pointed out, that the Green Party is actually offering a policy platform that would greatly improve the lives of the working class people here in the U.S. as well as working towards dismantling America's empire as well. Look at that. And here you go. This is how you know it's based on these partisan hack judges. All 5 Democrats in the court voted to remove the Green Party, while the 2 Republicans dissented. The decision came a week after a similar ruling in Wisconsin, where Hawkins was also kicked off the ballot. Damn. Well, there you go. Voter suppression. It's not just Republicans don't have a monopoly on voter suppression. Democrats doing it now in Wisconsin and in Pennsylvania to keep the Greens off the ballot because the Greens are an actual threat, because they actually have progressive policy proposals that, again, that will actually greatly improve the material conditions of the working class in the United States. And Democrats aren't offering anything. That's why they don't want them on the ballot, because they are seen as competition. It's disgusting. Again, the Democrats wouldn't actually have to do this if they were actually offering policies that, you know, a vast majority of people wanted. 80 to 90% of Democratic voters want Medicare for all, want tuition-free college, canceling student loan debt, an ambitious climate policy, something Biden and the Democrats obviously aren't offering because they're bought and paid for by the same corporate capitalist interests that are completely against those ideas. That's, again, why they propped up Biden over Bernie, and that's why they're suppressing the Greens now. It's disgusting, and it's it's not going to make more people vote for Biden, for God's sake. Come on. Get out of here. Peace.